Hi, and welcome to On the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny Grineveld. I'm an entrepreneur and Forbes Under 30 list maker, and every week I interview people who are shaping the digital economy and who are using tech for good. Now, this week's guest is the founder of brand relations and the founder and CEO of ArtDeal, Sarah Schlagenhauf. I am so excited to have her here. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Thank you, Sonny, for having me. Can't wait to talk to you.
So let's get started. For those who tune in for the first time, and I hope you do subscribe, but for those who tune in for the first time, I always start these conversations with something I call Sunny's Fast Five. 5 questions to introduce you as a guest quickly, but hopefully also originally. Are you ready for that, Sarah?
Bring it on.
All right. So, morning or night person, what are you?
Definitely night.
If I gave you a time machine and you could travel to any place and any time, where would you go?
That's an easy one for me. I'd pick the late 60s and I'd choose LA, and second, 70s New York.
All right, we're going to dive into those time periods, hopefully a little bit more when we discuss ArtDeal, your venture.
A time before
But
tech.
now, when it comes to the present, if we travel back for a moment, what is a question that is top of mind for you?
Well, certainly what's happening right now with all of us and the world and, global questions and how are the next months going to look like. I mean, it's such a special year for everyone and uncertainties are in the air. So that's my big topic number one, beside business and everything. How can humanity live together? It's a huge question and topic, but we can't deny that we all think about those kind of things.
For you personally, what does success mean?
That's a hard one. I'd say success is very personal, obviously. I mean, one of my favorite artists and musician, David Bowie, used to say, when you think you got it made, the taste is not so sweet. So what is success? It's probably freedom in some kind of way.
So, what does ArtDeal do?
ArtDeal aims to close the gap in the art market and bring emerging artists and collectors together. Using technology, obviously, it's a digital online platform. And the whole clue and the magic of it lies in the product we've invented. It's called VIVENT, the virtual event. So with the virtual event, we are trying to kind of change the way art is consumed and bought online. The virtual event, the product of ArtDeal, can also be used for galleries later on and auction houses and art fairs, for example. It's an experience layer and a sales machine for all protagonists.
So, the Vivent product that you are offering, how do I need to imagine it?
The best thing is you tune in when we're launching it on the 13th of December. But basically, you can imagine it out of the best out of Zoom, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. It's an immersive storytelling tool. So in a year from now, hopefully when we're launching with the app, so now we're launching the prototype, the MVP, but in a year from now, artists and galleries and auction houses can kind of have templates and immersive storytelling templates to fill in their content. And you can imagine it as a whole immersive experience. It's called scrolly telling that we're kind of reinventing for the art market. So everyone has the chance to kind of display art, words, video, audio, and social features into one given space. Meaning that we can transport the Vivent. So the Vivent should be kind of this small little vehicle that you can throw around into every country and to every person you feel like to. You only need a link to share it, which makes it so powerful, and we're hoping that it can go viral through that. And what is missing right now in the art market or in the digital art space is the whole social immersive topic. So we have solutions on the market that kind of do a 3D kind of a 3D modular room that displays the artwork as if it was a real gallery or fair, and the whole interaction part is missing. Or we have on the other side just really a basic kind of e-commerce shop with the picture on it that you can maybe zoom and put on your wall. With ArtDeal and its VIVENT, all those tools, the AR tools, are just obviously integrated in it. So the magic of the VIVENT is combining all those tools and all those possibilities for it to really be fun, immersive and interactive and social, because the social component is the most important thing when it comes to any experience. And we believe that the social component is the most important thing when it comes to social commerce and e-commerce for the future, especially in the luxury and the art segment.
I mean, it's fascinating, and I'm really excited to join this first VIVENT, this launch on the 13th of December. And I'll make sure to also link, that is, will you have all of my audience as well join? Like, is it open for anyone? Can anyone join?
Yes, it's open for anyone. That's that's the whole democracy topic coming in again. So everyone should join. Of course, there's a VIP section for some advisors and investors, but otherwise it's open to the public. And maybe very importantly, the VIVENT is always limited in time. So we're trying to build a scarcity of the whole situation. So also in future, the VIVENT is going to be limited in time. Every artist or gallery or auction house or fair can choose how long the VIVENT, their specific VIVENT, is going to last. Of course, you can reopen a VIVENT after the VIVENT has passed. But the whole thing is that we have a lot of people mingling at the same time, looking at artwork. And launching the first VIVENT now, we have a prototype for ArtDeal. We have an emerging young artist from Switzerland. He is known, he is a bit in the media, but he's not yet famous. So that's exactly the story we're trying to tell. So we want to empower all those artists that are not famous yet, that maybe that aren't that fortunate to look for a gallery or have a contract with a gallery, so that they can very easily also be that they can easily have access to the international art market.
One thing I wonder as well about is sort of this idea of democratization, that the digital tools that we have really allow for a certain type of democratization, especially in the art market, which is actually known to be a bit closed and exclusive for the most part. Do you see yourself as a force of democratization in the art world?
Yeah, well, a bit, of course. I mean, the topic is democratization is one of the big topics for technologies these days, for exponential technologies, and all the big companies that we know these days, they are based on democratization of the product. So obviously we do see the huge potential in the art market to open it up and to make it accessible through technology. Yes, I do see myself like that.
What's your vision for the future, and what motivates you also to build such a sort of a potentially, really transformative company that will change how we think about art?
Well, I mean, it's fun. It's fun, building up something from scratch. I'd say you have to be the type to do it. And it's also hard. Obviously, all the entrepreneurs and CEOs and founders out there know that, but it's great fun and it's great freedom in what you do. And I'd say the vision of leaving impact and really changing and opening up closed doors for a certain segment is something that makes you feel good and empowered and conscious about what you're doing yourself. So that is the main driver of my motivation, to change something with a good impact and helping, gaining or helping other people having access to something that they didn't have before.
As someone who loves books, what is an art book that you would recommend to get to know the art world a bit better, or an art book from your favorite artist? What do you like, and what would you recommend?
It all started for me, the love for art started for me with Andy Warhol. first of all, I love the Velvet Underground, and I love the whole scene he was moving. And he was in the early 70s and throughout the 80s, so in New York. So I guess the book you see right there is one of my favorite starter package for anyone that wants to dive into the art scene. And it's much more than only art. It's a culture, and it's a time that is long past, but that has actually everything to do with the art market right now. So yeah, it's a great book.
I'm very excited to follow along on your journey to making the art world digitally more accessible. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining On the Sunny Side.
Thank you so much, Sonny, for having me. And yeah, let's talk in a year again and see where I am, or we are.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be happy to have you back on the sunny side. Wish you much success in the meantime. And for everyone watching, I hope you subscribe. I do the On the Sunny Side show once a week. It comes out every Friday. And I hope you'll join along, and wish you all the best, and see you soon next week on the sunny side.